Hi guys, my name is Claudette Thomas. I'm here to demonstrate how to calculate a product mix. A product mix, also known as a product assortment, refers to the total number of product lines a company may offer to its customers. Some of the items in the line may be similar, like soap and dishwasher liquid. Some may not be, like razors and diapers. There are 4 dimensions to a product mix. The first dimension is width. Width pertains to the number of product lines a company sells. For example, 2 product lines has a product mix width of 2. The length. Length pertains to the number of total products or items a company's product mix in a company's product mix. For example, a company may have 2 product lines and 5 brands in each line. The mix length would be 10. The depth. The depth pertains to the total number of variations for each product. Variation may include size or flavor. For example, if a company sells 3 sizes and 2 flavors of bread, within that particular brand of bread has a depth of 6. And the last one is consistency. Consistency pertains to how closely related product lines are to one another in terms of use, production, and distribution. For example, a small company may sell its health bars and magazines in a retail store, but one of the items are edible while one of the items are not edible. Next, I'll introduce the 3 products that I'm using today in my demonstration. They're from Procter & Gamble. We're using Safeguard Antibacterial Soap, Dawn dishwashing liquid, and Tide Pods, all from the same product line. Remember, it is extremely important for any company or organization to have a well-managed product mix, because without it, you'll never be able to tell which items are selling, which items are not selling, if you can introduce new items to your product lines, or if not. Okay, remember that. Next, I would like to demonstrate how to calculate a product mix with my notes in hand. Here we have product A, product B, and product C. The sales price per unit of product A is $15, B is $21, and C is $36. The variable cost per unit, $9 for product A, $14 for product B, and $19 for product C. And the sales mix percentage, product A makes up 20%, product B makes up 20%, while product C makes up 60%. It gives us a total fixed cost of $40,000. Okay, next we'll calculate the weighted average contribution margin per unit for a sale mix using the following formula. You'll say product A contribution margin times product A sales margin percentage. And you do the same thing for B and C, and then you'll get your weighted average. Okay, the product A, B, and C, you have the sales price per unit. You take that and you multiply it from the variable cost per unit. Multiplying it from the variable cost per unit, you'll come up with the contribution margin per unit. Product A will be $6. Product B will be $7, while product C will be $17. Okay, in order to get the weighted average, you take the product A, B, and C, their sales price per unit, minus the variable cost per unit, and you get the contribution margin per unit. You multiply that by the sales mix percentage of 20%, 20%, and 6% to come up with the weighted average per unit. The weighted average per unit product A will be 1.2, product B will be 1.4, product C, you'll get 10.2. That gives us a sum weighted average of $12.80 per unit. Next, we'll calculate the total units of sales mix required to break even using the formula. You'll say the total fixed cost, which is $40,000, divided by the sum of the weighted average unit, which is $12.80, and you'll get the break-even point in units of sales mix, which is 3,125. Next, we'll calculate the number of units of product A, B, and C at break-even point. So you use product A, B, and C, and the sales mix ratio, remember, at 20, 20, and 60%. You'll multiply that by the total break-even units. So multiplying it by the total break-even units, which is 3,125. Those are your total break-even units. And roll these out of the way. And then you'll end up with the product units at break-even point, with product A will be 625, product B will be 625, or product C will be 1875. Next, you'll calculate the break-even point in dollars to come up with your sum of break-even point in dollars. Product A being said, the break-even unit points, 625, 625, and 1875, you'll multiply that by the price per unit. Price per unit, remember, is $15 for product A, $21 for product B, and $36 for product C. And you'll come up with your product sales in dollars. Product sales in dollars for product A will be $9,375. Your product sales in dollars. For product B, you'll come up with $13,125. For product C, $67,500. And that'll give you your sum break-even point in dollars for your company. Your profit that you broke even with is $90,000. That is how you calculate product mix for any company. Remember, it is extremely, extremely important for any company to have a well-managed product mix. Without it, you cannot determine if you can introduce new items, if you should subtract old items, or anything. You don't know if you can broaden your company's horizons by adding new things in, and then that'll broaden your profit for your company. You can go from a small company to a large company by simply paying attention to your product mix and your product lines. Thank you, and I hope you got a lot out of my demonstration.